Ford's EV business lost $2 billion in 2022. Poor Ford. Welcome back, everybody. As a long-term Tesla investor, just kidding, I want to give my insight into this recent announcement that Ford's EV business lost $2 billion in 2022, offset by big profits in fleet and legacy units. Now, Ford has been around for hundreds of years, okay? Ford is a very old company, and it's currently facing a big threat with the advent and creation of a new disruptive company, Tesla. Because Tesla has basically reimagined the whole automotive landscape by bringing into the forefront electric vehicles. We've had EVs for a long, long time, but they've never been really practical. Tesla changed the game. And now Ford is adapting, and they're changing their business model to include the production of electric vehicles. And this apparently doesn't seem to be going too well. Now the question is, there's two questions. Number one, will this kill Ford? And number two, how long is it going to take? Well, first of all, I don't think this is going to kill Ford. We need to talk about how costs and businesses work when they are just starting. Now, a fresh manufacturing business, what happens a lot of times is that they have all sorts of costs that go into their production. They have labor, that's the people working in the factories. They have direct materials. That's all the stuff being put directly into the car on the factory floor. And then they have a bunch of overhead. What is overhead? It's basically every other expense in the factory you can think of. The janitor, the insurance for the factory, the depreciation for the equipment, the manager. All those expenses go into manufacturing overhead. Now, when a company is just starting to make electric vehicles or any product, they're probably not going to be making that many because they're just ramping up production. How it works is that all the overhead of the factory, all the managers and the janitors and the blah, 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 all of those costs get spread out amongst the small amount of inventory that is being produced in the factory. But a crazy thing happens. As the factory gets older and the production starts to ramp up, the costs of all that get spread out amongst more items of inventory. So the manufacturing overhead cost per unit manufactured goes down. Now, in accounting, when you build something, you first put it as inventory on your balance sheet. And then when you sell it, it becomes cost of goods sold on your income statement. That is used to calculate your gross profit or loss. Now, ideally, you want a gross profit. You want positive gross income. Some companies don't have that. But that's always generally because there's so much overhead being allocated over few units. But over time, it gets better and better and better. So what I suspect is happening with Ford, with the EV section of their enterprise, is that they have a ton of overhead that they are allocating over few units. And what that's doing is that's destroying their margins. On top of that, they're probably dumping billions into research and development. Okay? That would affect their operating margins. That would affect their margins as well in a negative manner. But as you finish developing the vehicle, those costs go down. Now, I've been known to make fun of companies that lose money hand over fist, right? Well, this is a different scenario, okay? This is totally different. Because while Ford lost $2 billion on their EV business, there's multiple segments to Ford, okay? And we're actually going to see on the next earnings release that they're going to start dividing up their reporting into multiple segments. So before, they kind of had automotive all lumped together into one thing, right? But they're actually doing a change where we will analyze the results of our business through the following reportable segments: Ford Blue, which is their legacy auto; Ford Model E, which is their electric part of their business; and Ford Pro, which is their commercial fleet. They're spreading all of their auto sales between three segments. So we could see exactly how profitable legacy is. We could see exactly how profitable or unprofitable electric is and their fleet. Now, when you look at their profits, they still have positive operating profit from their legacy business. I see this as a massive difference between a company that is losing money hand over fist and has no profits to offset those losses, and a company that has pretty decent profits to offset any current cost of developing their EV business. Now, let's think about it from this perspective, okay? What if in the future, what if we get to a future where it's not just EVs on the road? We have hybrids and we have people still buying internal combustion engines. What company will be better positioned to benefit in the future? Ford, which sells basically all of those. They have legacy vehicles. They have electric vehicles. Or a company that has only EVs. I would say the company that offers a more diverse array is going to be the one that does better in that future environment. Everybody assumes everybody is just going to switch to EVs automatically. Life's not that simple, okay? Everybody that buys a car makes a lot of decisions based on that, okay? There's a lot of different factors that go into buying a vehicle. And at the top of most people's minds is probably not saving the planet and being liberal and amazing. I'm just going to put that out there, okay? Do you think I care when I bought my Chrysler Pacifica? Do you think I cared about saving the planet? No, I wanted a freaking van so I could haul my kids around. That wasn't that expensive. So you got to keep that in mind when you see all this garbage about Ford's dying, Ford's going extinct. Oh my God, Tesla's going to kill them all. Well, guess what? Ford reiterated Thursday that it expects to be building EVs at a rate of 2 million per year. That's a lot, okay? By the end of 2026. That's not that far away, okay? And in that time period, they're going to be profitable with the EV business, according to them at least. So when you listen to this, you got to think about it. If Ford can be profitable with EVs and compete with Tesla, Tesla's margins will shrink, but they won't have any other ways to offset that. I mean, apparently they're Tesla bought or whatever. Okay, yeah, sure. But Ford will have a more diverse array of business segments and will probably be able to flourish a little bit better in a challenging environment, okay? That's it. I don't know what to think. Y'all can celebrate that they lost money. I mean, okay, Tesla lost money too, when they first started. Look at this. Loss. But back in the day, Tesla that was the only thing that was in their business. Ford has other parts of their business that are profitable. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that makes sense. And don't be celebrating the death too soon of Ford because it ain't happening. Cheers!